shouldn't change who you are to fit in. Stories of Barack Obama, Denver Moore, and David Sedaris. In the book, Same Kind of Different as Me, Denver says, "So, Mr. Ron, it occurred to me. If you is fishing for a friend you just go and catch and release, then I ain't got no desire to be a friend. But if you is looking for a real friend, then I'll be one forever." This is a perfect example of someone who will not change for another person. Denver does not necessarily fit in with Ron and his family, but he doesn't change his attitude for Ron's family. And because Denver was himself, he made a best friend out of it. Dreams from my father. I realized that who I was, what I cared about, was no longer just a matter of intellect or obligation, no longer a construct of words. I saw my life in America, the black life, the white life, the sense of abandonment I felt as a boy, all of it connected by more than just the accident of a name or color of my skin. The pain I felt, my father's pain, their struggle, my birthright. This is a quote from Dreams from My Father. This quote talks about, after all this time trying to find himself, Barack Obama finally knows and feels that he belongs. Understanding who his father was played such a key role in developing him as a person throughout his life.
Me talk pretty one day. So which do you like better, state of North Carolina? She was referring to the Triangle area's two largest universities. When asked by the agent which team I supported, I took my cue from her red turtleneck and told her I was for state. Definitely state. State all the way. It was an answer I would regret for years to come. State, did you say? The agent asked. Yes, state. They're the greatest. I see, she replied. These are the two universities in the Triangle area. North Carolina being on top and North Carolina State being on the bottom. In Me Talk Pretty One Day, the main character, David Sedaris, is a homosexual child growing up in North Raleigh. His lack of interest in sports often comes up in the state versus North Carolina discussions, where he's then heckled for being gay. He then feels as if he must choose a team when these discussions arise, and he usually chooses the favorite team of the person he is talking to. So when David's speech therapist, who is described as an agent, asks David, he replies with state due to her red sweater. The reader can then interpret that she actually went to North Carolina due to her disapproval, therefore changing his personality to satisfy others ended up backfiring on him because he got off to a bad start with a teacher that would then torture and harass him while trying to fix his lisp.
You shouldn't change who you are to fit in. As you can see, these three people in these three very different situations all somehow ended up finding their way in life without changing their personality for anyone else. The end.